So, owning a business is pretty good, but what's better than that is owning a business that can run without you. It can thrive completely independently of you. So, there's two types of business owners really. You've got the business operator, so that's the guy or the girl who they own the business, but they have to do a lot of the work or all of the work, even if they have some staff in place. And then you've got the business owner, so the business works for them. They don't work in the business. They do work on the business, but working on your business and working in your business are two completely different things. Back when I started out, of course, I was the one-man band, busy fool. I was trying to do it all. And the thing is, when you try to do it all, not everything is going to be done to a very high standard because everybody's different. Everybody has different skill sets. In my case, I was quite good at sales, but I probably wasn't that good at other things in my business. And then you might have the example of, let's say, a carpenter who does kitchens. They might be really, really good at building kitchens, but when it comes to marketing and sales, they're absolutely crap. And all they want to do is just be on the tools, making the kitchen with their hands. They don't want to be on the laptop, doing the sales calls, managing the admin. And that's why so many small businesses fail. So regardless of which scenario relates to you, there is a process that you can use where you can actually build your business to a stage where it's not owner dependent. Even if you are, let's just take the carpenter for an example in this video. So you know that your strong suit, your skill sets are actually on the tools providing the work, but do you really want to be doing that for the next 30 years? And wouldn't it be better to be in a position where you have the choice, the option, right, I want to work in my business this week and make a kitchen, or I just want to go and travel for the next 90 days, but I still want my business to serve my customers. Kitchens still need to get made, sales still need to come in, and maybe, in a couple of years' time, when you want to retire, is your business going to be sellable if it's just you making kitchens with your hands? Whereas if you build it out and you've got other carpenters in place to build the kitchen, and you've got a team and you've got systems in place to bring in new customers or manage all the admin stuff, you could actually sell that business, okay? So how do you achieve this? And again, these same principles apply across the board, whether you're a hairdresser, a carpenter, a makeup artist, a digital marketer, a landscaper, an architect, an accountant, doesn't matter, a dentist, whatever it might be, okay, even a doctor. Like a lot of people will say to me, but it's very specialist what I do, people come to me. And it was kind of the same when I started SPM back in the day, because I started it as a personal brand. So businesses would come to me because I was the guy to create ads, run ads for them on social media to bring in new customers. And they all wanted to deal with me. And I did find that initially at the start hard to kind of remove myself and say, well, here, speak with this guy instead of me. But turns out it actually worked out a lot better. I trained in a sales guy to take the calls, to deal with these people. I developed the sales process, I developed the SOPs, and I would remove myself from the sales calls. He would speak to the new leads that would come in, and then I was still on the tools, making the ads and working the magic. I was really good at it, to be fair, doing copywriting and creating stuff. But I removed myself from that role as well. So very slowly over the course of a few months, I brought in somebody else. I showed them how I do things. They had their set of skills and expertise. They were actually probably more qualified than me and better than me. And slowly I removed myself from that role as well. So then I was in a position where I didn't have to do the sales calls, I didn't have to do any of the work. So then I started putting structures in place, the systems in place. I hired a bookkeeper, admin staff. A couple of months later, I had staff running everything: marketing, sales, fulfillment, admin and accounting. And all I had to do was just keep an eye and make sure that everything was running smoothly, make sure there was money coming in, make sure the marketing team were doing their job, bringing in leads, make sure the sales team were doing their job, converting these leads into customers, making sure the fulfillment team were actually providing a good quality service, and then make sure the admin team had good workflows and structures in place to manage everything from emails to taxes, all that jazz. And fast forward, here we are today, still have that business. It's much easier to scale. And as we scale, we've just added more members in. So for example, on the back end, the fulfillment team, we maybe have 5 or 7 people there now, whereas it was just me, and then I replaced myself with one other person, scaled the business up to a new revenue level, hired in more staff to facilitate that growth. Same applies to your business. Let's go back to the carpenter. So if you're just out there trading your time building kitchens, what I would say to you is, firstly, delegate what's causing you the most stress or the most pain. So as a carpenter, maybe you don't like doing the sales calls or the marketing, hire in a marketing agency or hire a marketer and develop a system to generate good high quality leads of your, pre-qualified leads, not just randomers, tire kickers, but actually develop a good system that filters out the high quality leads and filters them into your business, right? So that's going to be your marketing, your lead generation. So as part of your customer acquisition process, you're going to have marketing and sales. So they kind of fall under the one roof of customer or client acquisition, customer acquisition. So your marketing is going to feed into your sales process. Your sales process is going to be how you convert these leads into paying customers, okay? So you need to develop your process for that. Literally start off with a pen and paper, write out what are the steps. New lead comes in, contact new lead, update new lead into the CRM if you have a CRM. If you don't have a CRM, you should have a CRM. If you don't know what a CRM means, doesn't matter, go to the exitblueprint.biz, watch the video. I explain it all, and I've got templates and copy and paste stuff that you could just literally plug into your business and tweak it. That's what the exit blueprint is all about. It's literally taking the exit blueprint as such, copying and pasting it into your business, tweaking it around, turn a few nuts and bolts. Hey ho, you're ready to start scaling your business and building a self-sustaining business that can run without you. Anyhow, back to your sales process. So you need to document that. So you can still be building your kitchens. Excuse me, for the time being, I would recommend putting someone in place to manage marketing and sales. Get a bookkeeper in place so they can manage all of the invoicing, all the taxes. Because the last thing you want if you're out on the tools all week is to be sitting down on a Saturday or a Sunday and going through receipts and invoices and taxes and all that nonsense. You're going to end up stressed out, maxed out, and burnt out. Then you need to look at your pricing. Are you pricing based on what your competitors are pricing? Or are you pricing based on the quality and the value that you provide to your customers? So again, sticking with the carpenter story here, you're doing kitchens. High-end customers are going to happily pay a higher price to a contractor who they feel is going to provide them a higher quality service, who they feel like they trust, and who they kind of feel like they know. So a big part of that is your brand identity. If you're just operating out of the back of a van, you don't have a name, you don't have a logo, you don't have a website, maybe you have a Facebook page and you're taking really bad blurry photos of your kitchens on an old fucking potato phone. I see it all the time, tradesmen, the most skilled, talented tradesmen, and they don't know how to showcase their work. Let me just check to see if this camera is still on. Yeah, we're good. We're just rolling. And they do all this amazing work and they can't showcase it, and they could be charging twice as much to bring in higher end work, and so many things just don't line up because they're not taking good content. Their sales process is really bad, because what I would say for a lot of guys who are tradesmen is if you can outsource your sales calls and customer facing stuff, do it. So some guys are really good, they're really good at sales, they're really good on the phone, some are not. So it really depends on your own personal skill set. But then what you need to do is look at your pricing, make sure that you've got healthy profit margins so that you can actually look at scaling the business. So you have some money that you can actually invest into advertising so that you can scale things up, so that you have some money that you can actually go out and hire in another carpenter if that is the case. So it's not an overnight thing. The process of transforming your one-man band business into a business that turns over maybe 5, 10 times as much revenue, and that runs without you, that has a team in place that's systemized and structured, that you could literally walk away from for 90 days and it would still run like clockwork and you'd still get paid and there'd be no issues. The process of doing that, it's not going to happen in a week, realistically. In most cases it can take about 3 months, sometimes 6 months, sometimes 9 months, and it really boils down to, firstly, the current state of your business. How bad is it, how chaotic is it, and secondly, how committed you are, your own work ethic, how much work you actually put into building your business rather than working on your business. And that's the goal, is to spend more time working on your business rather than working in your business, because most self-employed business owners, they spend all of their time working in their business. They're so busy doing the work. If they have staff, they're micromanaging staff, they're taking phone calls, responding to emails, they're reactive 24/7, and then they're on the tools. Whereas you want to get to a stage where you're no longer on the tools. You have other people who follow strict processes for even if it's answering phone calls or responding to emails and actually providing the work. So to do this, it's a balance of systems and strategy. So the systems and the things, you got to put your organizational chart in place. You got to have SOPs in place, KPIs in place, all the boring stuff. The thing is, you only have to create SOPs and KPIs and all that jazz the once, right? You will update them over time, but I understand it's quite boring work. I don't particularly like it. But with each business, you only really have to create these things the once, and they'll serve you forever. So that's the systems and the things, putting the right softwares in place. But then you've got strategy. So strategy is basically, right, you could, there's so many fancy systems and softwares out there for creating, let's say, SOPs and organizational charts and making your business sound fancy and all these different things. But that's all well and good if you go and do that and you just sit back and you're not actually managing, you're not strategizing, you're not, how do I put it? There's no two businesses the same, right? And business in general is not static. There's always a new problem. There's always something changing. No 2 weeks or 2 months are going to be the same. So you have to constantly keep your finger on the pulse. Maybe you need to hire somebody or fire somebody. This week maybe the marketing and sales team are doing really well, but you've got issues with the fulfillment because 2 of your staff are out sick with the flu or whatever, right? And then 6 months down the line, that might be going well, but your marketing and sales is down. So you can have all the systems and processes in place, but then you're going to have all these upcoming problems. So you need to be working on strategy, and that's the difference between working in your business and working on your business. Now you can grow to a certain stage where you hire in a general manager or a CEO and someone to actually delegate that responsibility to. So right, it's no longer your problem to deal with if marketing's not bringing in enough leads, or if there's a HR issue or someone's out sick. That's the CEO's problem. Okay, so that's a different level again. So you've got this level where you're at now, where you own a business. It's very owner dependent. It depends on you to rock up each day and manage it. Whether you have some staff or not, it lacks structure and it's chaotic. Getting to that next level is where you're no longer working in it. Okay, you've got structure in place, you've got a team in place, and you've removed the main bottleneck, which is you. Okay, so now you're working on it. You've got a team in place. And then the next level after that is if you want to hire in a general manager. Most cases you'll have to give them some skin in the game in the form of an equity share or profit share or whatever that might be. And then you're in a good position. You can keep the business for the cash flow, or you can sell your business. But you're going to have a lot more flexibility, a lot more free time. That's it for this video today, guys. But if this interests you, if you are a self-employed business owner and you feel like you're a slave to your business, things are chaotic, you'd like to put more order to your business, more structure to your business, you'd like to build a team who can run your business for you without you. Maybe you want to retire, maybe you want to sell your business, maybe you just want more time, maybe you just want to be able to catch your breath because you're maxed out working 6 days a week, 7 days a week, 10, 12 hours a day, whatever it is. This process that I teach as part of the exit blueprint, it's a step-by-step process. Like I said, it's a blueprint you can literally take, you bolt it into your business, you tweak it around to suit. It doesn't happen overnight. Depends on you and depends on your business, but it can offer you a lot of freedom. It really can offer you a lot of freedom. Freedom in the form mostly of time, okay? Because for me, basically this is what I done. I solved the problem in my own business, in my own life, because my first problem was way back in the day. I was broke, so I had to start a business to make some money. Figured that one out, built the business, and then I was making some money, but then I had no time. And actually, if you read my book called The Book on Delegation, I tell a little story about the kind of light bulb moment where a friend sent me a text. It was actually a text that contained no words. It was just a link. But if you go to the exitblueprint.biz, scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the book. Click on the link, have a read of the book, have a read of that story. It's interesting. But like it really is an important thing, because if your business is completely owner dependent and something happens to the owner, shit hits the fan, your business is gone. So I'm going to leave the video at that, guys. Like I said, if you do want some help with all of this, check out the video, go to www.theexitblueprint.biz. You'll also be able to book in a call with me if you want to discuss potentially working together to discuss your business and your unique situation in detail. You'll see that just on the landing page, on the website for the Exit Blueprint. Have a good day, guys. See you in the next one.